So I wanted to do a book review on a book I just finished reading, and it's called How to Write a Sentence and How to Read One by Stanley Fish. First of all, this book looks like... What does it look like to you? I mean, it looks like it's like a romance novel for little girls, right? So, felt very awkward carrying this thing around, and like, I'd take this book to my room, and my mom's like looking at me like, she never asked me what it was, but you know, you gotta wonder what she was thinking. But I got this book because I was like, yeah, I want to write cool sentences. And after having read this, I'm not sure if I got the skills to do what I thought I was gonna do. First, let's go through the chapters. Actually, there's 10 chapters. I don't want to read them all, but basically this book, the author is he's very knowledgeable about sentences, and he's actually a sentence enthusiast, as he likes to call himself. And he analyzes a lot of great sentences from books, from movies, from court hearings. It's actually very interesting, and he analyzes the content, the form, the vocabulary, the syntax, and he talks about how everything works together, how all the words work effectively, and there's actually a lot of detail that I can't really go into without getting into the specifics. But this was a book that started out promising, but as I was reading more and more, I realized that I wasn't really learning anything except how to look at examples from great authors and novelists. I guess that's a pretty cool skill to have, and after having read this book, I can appreciate sentences more. But yeah, I'm not sure if I got the skills on writing, which was my original goal. And also, secondly, a lot of it seems like, a lot of the analysis seems like it's made up. Like, you know, sometimes you would read a poem, and like in your English classes, let's say you read a poem and you have to write like a 5-page essay on it, on like a 2-line poem. So there's no way to fill up 5 pages without making up stuff, right? You're like, oh, his use of the word "the" means he's very whatever. So it seems like the same thing is going on when he's analyzing a lot of these sentences. Is like, I don't know, maybe it's not, but to me it sounds like sometimes you make up stuff so that, you know, it looks good. Yeah, the author really meant all these little nuances when he wrote each and every one of these sentences. So there's a bit of that going on, and I guess that's sort of my bias towards literature, liberal arts, my negative bias towards them. You know, I never really liked English classes in high school, so I guess the bias still stands with me. Yeah, so I don't know if I'd recommend this book to anyone. I mean, like I said, it started out pretty good, but then by the middle of it, I was like, you know, I just wanted to stop reading, but I'm one of those people that once you start a book, you kind of have to keep going, because I wanted to finish it. So I was like, yeah, let's go. Here, while I have the book open, let's just read an example sentence that, is supposedly awesome. Here's a simple one that is pretty effective. This was about a baseball player, Ted Williams, hit a home run in his last at bat at Fenway Park in September 20th, 1960. It was in the books while it was still in the sky. So, and he goes on analyzing the sentence and how great it is. And yeah, I'll admit it's a pretty good sentence. It was in the books. What is it? While it was still in the sky. What is a second it? There's double entendres. The fact that it's very short. It's a short sentence that gets the point. So, it's sentences like that. Sometimes he goes on with different styles of sentences. Yeah, I feel like I'm rambling now, but yep, there's the book. So thankfully, Amazon has a new service now where they'll buy your books. So it popped up in one of my Amazon screens, like, oh, you want to sell this back for like $5? So I think I'm gonna take them up on their offer. Yep. And let's see, what's the next book on my list? It's actually this book, Masters of Doom. I got this a while back, and I never got a chance to read it because this first book was always in my queue, and I didn't want to read 2 different books at once. So I got this over with, so now I can start on the other book. And actually, I've been playing around with e-readers, e-books. So I actually have another book in my e-reader. It's The Walden by Henry David Thoreau. And it's a pretty dry read, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get that far into it without finishing this Masters of Doom. So, there you have it.